welcome to part 2 of the 3-part series of how to get motivation and keep it.
Ooh. The ultimate power couple.
So I'm gonna bring up Erin and Sarit.
Make some noise for Erin and Sarit.
Give it up, come on, turn it up.
We help people to gain their confidence back through weight loss and body transformation so that they can have the courage to live into their highest potential.
It's not about what you do in one day. It's about what you do every single day.
And in the case that you don't know who I am, my name is Sarit Atwood, and we are on a mission to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, and lifestyle habits that have transformed ours. By the way, if this video that you're watching right now is the first video in the series that you're watching, then make sure to also go back and tune in to parts 1 through 5. Okay, so point number 6. Whenever you pursue something great, it takes a long time to accomplish it. I know that maybe you don't like hearing it, but let's be honest, if you're watching this video, you know that it's true. So with this journey, whether it's your professional journey, your financial journey, or your physical journey, you've got this big objective that you're looking to accomplish. You want to make sure that you're breaking it down into milestones. So for example, I'm going to give you a weight loss analogy. Let's say you have a big audacious goal of dropping 80 pounds. And let's say that your starting weight is 240 pounds. What milestone will help you to feel really accomplished that will boost your energy and motivation to help you to keep being on the road that you're on? So that could be every pound. That could be every 5 pounds. That could be every 10 pounds. And my recommendation for you is do that based on your relationship to your belief around where are you currently at with regards to that goal. So for example, let's say in the context of weight loss, you want to drop 80 pounds. And let's say just the thought of dropping 10 pounds is daunting to you, but you know deep down that you're set out to drop 80. Make sure that you are breaking down your big objectives into smaller milestones and celebrate that, because your brain will associate that with, I'm doing great, let me keep going, okay? Okay, so let's get to part 7 of how to get motivation and keep it. I want to begin by asking you a question. How would a mom get off her child from under a car? She would find the strength to do it. Why is that? Because she's extremely emotionally invested. So whether or not you're a mom, when you are emotionally invested in something, it doesn't matter how impossible, illogical, unrealistic the thing is. Maybe that mom never even deadlifted 100 pounds. Do you think that she's gonna go full throttle figuring out, let me get this scar off however I can so that I can help out my child?
Cuz, it all makes sense now.
Okay, so whatever it is that you're currently setting yourself out to do in your pursuit of greatness, what is the deep intrinsic reason that is causing you to want that thing? Let me tell you something. It's called like the 1% mentality. The 1% mentality is every single year, if you get 100 people into a room who tell you, yes, I want to drop the same amount of weight, I have this amount of weight to lose, one of them is going to be able to not only get there, but also keep it for an additional 5 years. 10% of there will be able to get there, and eventually they're going to go back. And then the 89% are not even going to get there. Why? Because a growth journey of any kind, it doesn't matter whether it's physical, it doesn't matter whether it's with your career, on your entrepreneurial ventures, is difficult. It is really easy to have motivation on the good days. It is really easy to want to eat clean on a Monday. It is really easy to want to work out on a Monday morning? What about on a Friday night at 10 p.m. because you just worked all day and you had to catch a flight and you just got back home? What is your real reason for doing that thing? When you are emotionally invested in whatever it is that you set out to do, why is that really important to me? Make it a point to get very intimate with why is this important to me? Like, have the emotion, not just the mundane answer of I want to be healthy so, I can be here for my kids. Like, why is that important? Have a picture that is so clear with regards to when I do this thing, what will I achieve? Or if I don't do this thing, what could be the consequence? So that when you can imagine it so clearly and you hit a point in the road that is difficult, inconvenient, maybe even painful, you will be able to forge through. Okay, so that's part 7. Okay, so let's get to part 8. And I want to share with you something real quick. When a woman wants to have a baby, you can imagine yourself get pregnant and you can imagine yourself holding the baby, which is going to give you a clear picture of what it's like to hit your objective. Holding the baby, of course. When you imagine yourself in the process, when you're already in the process, you're not going to change much at a high frequency. It's going to be more of the same thing. How is life different once you got that promotion? How is life different once you achieved a certain ranking? How is life different when you drop that 80 pounds? Whatever that is, when you are able to imagine yourself already living there, then you're able to become a lot more emotionally invested. And here's the thing, your emotions are directly connected to your thought. So when you are deeply connected with your emotions of living there, the thoughts that are going to come along are going to be thoughts that are going to help you to be disciplined, stay on your routine, and do whatever it is that you were set out to do, regardless of whatever is currently happening in your life. Okay, so let's get to part 9. I want you to think about the analogy of the dropping 80 pounds. So imagine you are the same person, you have this big audacious goal. Do you think you are going to be more likely if A, you would have texted 100 people and told them about it? Hey, just a heads up, I'm on a mission to drop 80 pounds by a certain date. Or B, by keeping it to yourself. Drop the answer below, by the way. I'd love to know. Put it in the comments, A or B. So here's the reality. The more people who know what you're up to, the more invested you are going to be. This is the power of accountability, by the way. You want to be accountable to as many people in your life with what it is that you're set out to do. And there's something that I want to share with you. I believe, while sure, you can pay for accountability by hiring a mentor or a coach or anything along these lines, something that I find that a lot of people are being held back by being fully accountable to everyone that they can in their life with what it is that they're set up to do. Because a lot of times when you're in the pursuit of greatness and you got a big audacious goal, do you know what is the first response that you're going to get from most people? You're crazy. I can't believe you're doing this. Oh my God, are you serious? Criticism. So by the way, I share this with you because if for any reason, maybe up until now, you've been pursuing your journey being quiet, be loud about it. Talk about it. Talk about it to as many people as possible, because the more accountability that you have, the more your back is going to be against the wall, especially during those difficult times. Because you know that when you are being watched, people are expecting something. If you get any form of criticism or response like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this, oh my gosh, that's so crazy, then, by the way, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with whoever is giving you that response, which is, by the way, a reaction, because it's more likely than not unconscious. It makes other people feel validated when you crash and burn. So I share this with you because I'm your ally, I'm your partner, I'm here to help you in the pursuit of your greatness. And I want to tell you to tell as many people as possible what it is that you're setting yourself up to do. You want to earn $1 million within the next 3 years? Good. Be bullish about it. You want to drop 80 pounds within the next 8 months? Good. Be bullish about it. And tell as many people as possible. And do everything that you can to prove yourself right. You have what it takes. Okay, so let's get into the next one, which is actually an amazing segue based on what we just talked about. So yes, of course, you want to be accountable to as many people as possible. But at the same time, when you know that you're in the pursuit of greatness, there's going to be a lot of naysaying. There's going to be hating in the process. And here's what you really want to make sure that you do in order to keep you sane and in order to keep you inspired, even when external voices can get really loud. Because let's be honest, if you're watching this video about motivation, you already know that the internal voice can get pretty loud. So imagine when the internal voice is loud and also there's a lot of external loud noise, it can get extremely discouraging. So you want to make sure that you are surrounded by a supportive group of friends. And let me tell you something. You know true support in two ways. Number one, support by action. They're doing the same things that you're doing. By the way, this is the power of hiring coaches and mentors who are a step further along the journey than you, and also who truly practice what they teach and preach. Because when you surround yourself with people who are onto the same mission as you, whatever resistance there is from your day-to-day life, the resistance starts going away. And it gives you what I call a perspective. Okay, so thing number one with regards to a supportive system is make sure that those who are supporting you are by action doing the same thing that you are setting yourself up to do. Now, the second thing with regards to a true support system, you find out who are your true supportive people, especially during challenging moments. So for example, if it is the weekend, in the context of, like transforming your body, losing weight, the whole ordeal, we normally know that the weekends could be more difficult. Because the weekends are more difficult, would you rather surround yourself with those who are going to be like, hey, let's go grab a drink, eat some pizza, it's going to be fun, and by the way, like, all power to them. Now, the reality is that's what's going to help you to hit your big audacious goal that we talked about. Or with regards to your professional ventures, let's say you're first into the office, last one in. Who are the other hardest workers in the room that you see, and what is their response to you going the extra mile? True support system identifies itself when you are showing up in a way that is inconvenient. Okay, so that does it. This is part 10 of how to get motivation and keep it. And by the way, by the time that this video was recorded, it was around the holiday season. So what we want to do is we want to hook you up, because we know that if you're on a mission to your greatness, the holidays are a time that we call the separator. So in this description, what you're going to find is a course that we created. Is called the Holiday Thrival Secrets. How to get ahead during the holidays while still being able to live your life so that you can continue to pursue your greatness 365 days of the year, because you know that if you're in the pursuit of greatness, there's no days off. This Holiday Thrival Secrets is completely free, so just click on the link in the description. Here's to your greatness. Be great. Much love.